Hi, and welcome to How To In-Depth. In this video, I take a closer look at how we respond to inquiry emails. Now, to understand how we do this, we first need to know about the level of formality or friendliness that is used in modern business emails. If you're not sure about this, then I would suggest that you check out my video, which you'll find in the links below. However, if you're already happy with this, then let's continue. When we respond to an inquiry email from a customer, we have the choice of two styles. We can either be friendly neutral or we can be friendly. And really, to know which one of these to choose, we should first look at the style that our customer used. Normally, when we're writing an email, we like to think of how comfortable we feel in the style that we are using. But for good business, what we really need to do is see which style the customer is happy using. Let me give you an example of this. If I, as an English person, receive an email from an American company, that's most likely to be in a friendly style. And so therefore, good business means that I reply to that in the same style. As an English person, I would probably want to go for friendly neutral rather than friendly, and therefore less formal. But I want to do business with this company. And so therefore, it's a good idea to match their style. However, if I receive an email from a German company, most Germans, not all of them, but many of them, they want to be more formal. They prefer to be more formal. And so I will probably get a friendly, formal email from them. I might even get a very formal email from them. And so my response here should really be friendly neutral, or maybe a little bit more neutral, a little bit more formal. It's always a good idea to check to see how the customer talks to you and just reflect that back. Okay? We should also think about how we start and how we finish these emails. Now, finishing them is very easy. We can just use the industrial standard of best regards or regards. And it doesn't matter if we're going for friendly formal or friendly, we can use either best regards or regards. However, how we start this email is a little bit more complicated, can be a little bit tricky. Really, we should be using one of two options. We either start with Dear Mr. Smith, Dear Ms. Smith, or we start with Dear Jim, Dear Sandra, the first name. But often this can be complicated by how the person writes to you in the first place. They might use Dear Sir, Dear Madam. Well, at this point, should you write back with Dear Sir, Dear Madam? Well, I would say no. You should have the name of the person who contacted you, and at that point, you can write back with Dear Mr. Smith or Dear Ms. Smith, whatever is appropriate. It becomes a little bit more complicated when we go to the other end of formality, and it's possible that you might have somebody writing to you and saying, "Hi John," or "Hello John." If they do this, how do you respond? This can be a very difficult question to answer, and it often depends on the style of the rest of the email. Maybe they were informal in their introduction, but very formal in writing to you. In this case, stay with Dear Jim or Dear Sandra. If, however, it's from a country where you know they are very informal, such as America, then you're probably okay to write back with hello and then the first name. But most of the time, as a standard recommendation, Dear Mr. Smith, dear Ms. Smith, or dear plus their first name. Okay? At the end of this video, you'll find example emails for all of the things I talk about. So if you don't want to listen to me talking, you can just fast forward to the end and have a read. Okay? Okay, so we've received the first email from a potential customer. They're asking about our products. How do we respond to that? Well, we have two options. As I said before, friendly or friendly neutral. Now, industry standard would be friendly neutral. So let's take that example first of all. And we can write something like the following. Thank you for your inquiry about our products. We supply a large range, or maybe here you could say specialist range of items for ... whatever your company supplies. Attached, you will find our current catalogue and price list, giving a full description of all the items that we can supply. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Okay, so this is the friendly neutral version. However, we can do the same thing, but in a less formal way. And so we could say the following if we wanted to. Thank you for asking about our products. I've attached our current catalogue and price list. If you have any questions, please let me know. Okay? Now you can see there's quite a difference in language and length between these two emails. They are both saying exactly the same thing. However, one's a little bit more formal. The other one is a little bit shorter, obviously, and more friendly. However, this kind of friendliness might not fit well with the customer. And so therefore, it's your choice to decide which of these you think is best. And remember, don't base that on your personal preference, but base it on how the potential customer has written to you. Okay? Okay, so we've sent our catalogue and price list to this potential customer. And now they write back to us with some more questions. And here, many people, when they reply to these questions, they will write quite a long text. And this can become quite complicated. But in fact, we don't need to do this. In modern business emails, when we're writing in English, all we need to do is make a bullet-pointed list to answer. What do I mean by that? Well, here, I mean that we can just put a little dot and answer question 1 with a short sentence, and then we can put another dot and another answer, and so on, down the page. This is not unfriendly. This is accepted as a very friendly, easy way of answering the questions that the customer has. And it has the added bonus that they don't need to read through a lot of text. Okay? So let me give you an example. So to begin with, I can write, thank you for your further interest in our products. To answer your questions, and here at this point, after I've written to answer your questions, I can just start bullet pointing. Okay? So let me give you some examples of potential questions that they might ask, and therefore how we answer them. So if they ask about discounts, we can write, on orders over X, we can offer a discount of 5%. Okay? So if they ask about payment terms, we can have another little bullet point that says, payment is within 28 days of date of invoice. Okay? If they ask about shipping, then you could write, we can supply both CIF and FOB quotes. If they ask about supply, you can write, we can supply all items from stock. Or if the items are not in stock, then you could write something like, the items you've requested will take X weeks to manufacture. Okay? Often they will ask about delivery times as well, and so you can put another bullet point in saying delivery is usually within X days or X weeks of order. Okay? If you're unsure about what I've just been saying, then just fast forward to the end of the video and have a look at how I've set this email out. Okay? If they ask about returns, then we can write returns are only possible within X weeks of date of purchase. Okay? Now, if we're being friendly neutral, at this point we would end the email with, if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. But if we want to be a little less neutral and more friendly, we can just write, if you have any further questions, please get in touch. So now the customer has sent in their order, and we need to confirm that we have received this order and that we're sending the goods out. And so therefore, we need to write, thank you for your order dated ... Please find attached a copy of your invoice and our payment terms. Your goods will be dispatched to you within X working days, or your goods will be sent to you by ... Okay? Now here we can use either dispatched or sent. Dispatched is a little bit more formal, and sent is a little less formal. But we need to finish this email with a nice little phrase. And so it's a very polite and nice thing to write, we look forward to doing business with you in the future. Okay? So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time on English Lodge.